You want a new phone. You tap a screen, and 24 hours later, a highly engineered piece of technology arrives at your door. To make that single transaction happen, someone had to mine the materials, assemble the hardware, write the software, market it to you specifically, and ship it across the ocean. But there is a mathematical reality beneath this system. If that global engine of people and logistics costs more to run than the money it brings in, it ceases to be a business. It becomes a charity, or it goes bankrupt. Behind every product we take for granted is an entity fighting to survive through operational efficiency. Every company on Earth, from a local coffee shop to a global tech giant, relies on the same basic calculation. This formula dictates the life or death of the organization. Revenue minus costs equals profit. Revenue is the total money flowing in from sales. Costs are the resources burned to keep the machine running: materials, labor, rent. Profit is the specific metric that determines if the machine can keep running. While this three-variable formula is simple, the entire corporate world is just a collection of different strategies used to manipulate these specific numbers. Let's look at the first variable. Companies generate their top-line revenue through foundational structures known as business models. The most common is B2C, or business to consumer, where a company sells directly to individuals. This contrasts with B2B, business to business, where companies sell to other corporations, often resulting in contract values worth millions. Then there is the subscription model. Instead of a one-time purchase, customers pay a recurring fee for continued access, creating a predictable stream of cash every month. In the marketplace model, the business doesn't even own the product. It simply connects buyers or sellers and takes a percentage fee for facilitating the transaction. And with direct-to-consumer models, brands skip the retail middlemen entirely and sell straight to the user online, allowing the company to keep a larger share of the revenue. The model a company chooses dictates exactly how cash enters the revenue side of their equation. To capture that revenue, businesses have to convince you to buy. They do this by balancing the 4 P's of marketing: the product itself, the price, the place it's sold, and the promotion used to find you. This effort creates a measurable cost. Customer acquisition cost, or CAC, is the dollar amount a business pays in advertising and sales to acquire one new customer. On the other side of the scale is lifetime value, or LTV. This represents the total amount of money that same customer will spend over their entire relationship with the brand. For a business to be sustainable, the lifetime value of a customer should be at least 3 times higher than the cost to acquire them. If it costs $50 to acquire a customer who only ever spends $20, the math will eventually collapse the business, regardless of how good the product is. That brings us to the negative side of the equation: costs. These are the drains that constantly pull from the revenue bucket. Costs fall into 2 major categories. The first is cost of goods sold, or COGS. These are the direct expenses required to manufacture the product, like raw materials and factory labor. The second category is operating expenses, or OPEX. This is the overhead required to keep the business alive, even on days when 0 products are sold. OPEX includes fixed costs, like office rent and employee salaries, alongside variable costs that fluctuate with sales, like shipping materials. Even with high revenue, a failure to optimize both the manufacturing costs and the operational overhead will result in a failing company. Large revenue numbers are irrelevant if costs consume the entire pie. We measure the health of a company by looking at the profit margins. First is gross profit margin, money remaining after paying direct manufacturing costs. Next is operating profit margin, which subtracts operational expenses like rent and marketing. Finally, we reach net profit margin, the cash remaining after every single expense is paid. The net margin provides the final evidence of a company's health, proving whether the entire operation is actually worth the effort. We can see this math at work by looking at 2 of the largest companies on Earth, Apple and Amazon. They manipulate the profit equation in completely opposite ways. Apple plays for maximum margin. By using premium pricing and creating a locked-in ecosystem of devices, they achieve a net profit of 24%. They keep profit low to immediately reinvest their cash into logistics expansion and cloud services. Their philosophies are opposed, yet both are successful optimizations of different variables within the exact same formula. All business, from a child's lemonade stand to a billion-dollar acquisition, is the continuous execution of this equation: creating value, selling it for more than it costs to produce, and protecting the difference.